Hello, happy Tuesday. Theresa Hawco here. Many of you may have seen my other videos on my book I wrote, 31 Virtues. Yes, I wrote on 31 Virtues. So check it out. It's on Amazon and Audibles. But today I'm here for a completely different reason. You see, I've had so many of my friends and other people say, you seem to be so happy in your marriage. It's like you found your prince. And does he have a brother? And I go, yes, he has an identical twin brother, in fact. Oh, don't worry. He's been taken since I think 18 years old. So he's not available. But the thing is everybody can find their prince or princess. You just have to kind of, I guess, know the right places to look. And so this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video today, is I just wanted to give you just a little bit of information about where I come from and what I've done. And really, it's not rocket science. So how did I find my soulmate? Well, if you knew me back in the 80s and 90s, you go, oh my goodness, she's the dating queen. Yeah, I figured, well, practice makes perfect. So, you just keep looking and voila, one day he's going to just show up. Fact was, that didn't happen. And even if he had shown up, I probably wouldn't have been ready to see him. So there's a little bit of work that you have to do. And the one thing I've learned over life is everybody in this world wants three things: to be accepted, validated, and most of all, loved. So I went on a big journey for myself to really get to know who Theresa is. I thought I knew, the girl that liked to do this sport or dance or anything that was external of me, but I really didn't know who I was. And so throughout my journey, I would go to all these seminars about how to find your prince, how to find your soulmate. And I went to so many, I could have actually written the seminar and delivered it, except it didn't have a very successful ending for me. So one of the things I decided to do, and it was in 1991, and I remember that because I later found it on a piece of paper. Someone said, write absolutely everything you want to see in your prince, in your soulmate. And so I got busy writing, I think I had 28 things by the time I finished. He needed to be kind, and he needed to be loving, and he needed to be compassionate. And basically, it turned out to be all the virtues I ended up writing about. At that time, I didn't know that though. So what I did was I wrote all the things that I really, really wanted to have in my soulmate, my lifelong partner. And so I finished writing it all and I meditated. And in my meditation, it came up, you need to become everything you've written about. Every single thing you want in your soulmate, you become it. And I go, oh my gosh, I got to become all that. So I started to follow that advice. Can you imagine in my meditation, someone I couldn't touch, feel, smell, nothing, but it was so powerful. I said, oh, that makes sense. I mean, like energy attracts like energy. Sure, we're all many of us have bragged, oh, I attract a bad boy and I attract, this one and that one. But the fact is, if you want to have a nice, peaceful, happy kind of life, you really want to attract someone more like yourself. So the thing is, you have to ask yourself, how much do I like me? And if you don't really like yourself that much, then chances are you're going to attract that, and that won't be fun. So everything I wrote down that I wanted in my soulmate, I got to work, and I started to really microscopically look at how I was being. Am I being really kind? Not just sometimes, but all the time. Am I kind with my words, my actions, with my giving of myself, my hugs, all kinds of things. So I started to reevaluate me, my life, my actions. Sure, I said, I want, I want, I want, but really, was I being that? That was the kicker. And then I would go through the other one. Okay, I want someone that's really compassionate. Okay, how compassionate am I? If someone's telling me about a hard time they're having, do I say, just get over it? Or do I show compassion and show that I care and show that I'm there for them? So I went through the whole list, and I started that day, which has been years, following of, am I compassionate? Am I kind? Am I loving? And am I courageous? And so I started really working out of all these different amazing character traits. And it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But when you look back, you go, yeah, I started that day being kinder. And now it's 15 years later, and I have people saying, you're really kind. You're kind with your words. You're kind where you can be. And that's what's important. Because sometimes people get kindness confused with, well, I don't have any money. How can I be kind? But kindness comes in so many forms. You can figure out ways to be kind. It could be just leaving a note for somebody saying, I really care about you. So anyways, I wrote all this, and then the big job was I had to put it in action myself. And then zoom ahead so many years after I wrote all this, I started to live it. And then the side effect, the wonderful side effect was I started to love my life. I started to love me because I really felt good about the energy I was putting out and the intentions I was putting out. And so, lo and behold, after many years of implementing all of these amazing, you can call them character traits or virtues or whatever you want to call them, doesn't matter, it's just a word. But the thing is, when I started to put them in action in my own life, my life just ignited. I started to have amazing relationships. And of course, through those relationships, one person said, I know someone that you would be perfect with. I go, oh, forget it. I don't need someone to set me up on a date. I'm the date expert. But curiosity got to me. And I said, okay, all right, I'll check him out. And lo and behold, I did check him out. And it was love at first sight. I know people go, oh, forget it. That's not true. Of course, it can be love at first sight, but then the behavior and actions and words of the person after that has to be congruent with what you first think. And I can honestly say that I am the luckiest girl in the world, because 9 years later, 9 years tomorrow actually, my life has been doubly blessed. I mean, this man, my husband, is sweeter than anything we've heard about with princes, finding our prince. And I'm so very, very blessed, because everything that I wrote about in 1991 and put into action myself, I attracted that in a man. That's the true law of attraction, is becoming it first yourself. And once you become what you want, then what ends up happening is miracles happen, because you just bring to you an abundance of what you're already living. So in conclusion, if you want to attract your princess, your prince, whoever it is, the love of your life, then I urge you to sit down with a pen and a piece of paper and just write out, what do I want in a life partner? And once you have done that, that's when your work starts. You go, okay, this is what I want. So now I need to become that. And I guarantee you, when you become that, you will bring in to your life the perfect person for you, just like I did. Out of 7.6 billion people in the world, my husband, Gary, he's the perfect one. He's the one for me. I am so blessed and lucky. And I wish nothing but you to have exactly what it is I have. Because let me tell you, every day feels just like a holiday. It's just amazing. And if I can feel this way, then I really, really wish that for you too. So have a wonderful rest of the day. You'll find my email beneath this video, and my phone number. But I'd prefer if you just emailed me. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And or any ideas for another video, I'd be very happy to hear what you have to say. Feedback is always an amazing thing. Thank you so much, and check out 31 Virtues on Amazon and audibles.com. Thank you again. Bye for now.